Okay, so this is going to be an interesting Defense Station episode. So the last Defense Station episode came out, I think, about an hour or so before the race actually started, and I recorded that Friday night, and so now it feels weird that it came out around the time that the race was happening, especially when I briefly mentioned Richmond, how I thought that was going to go, but I might as well just, I'm not even sure what this one's going to be about, or what I'm going to title it as, but in that episode as well, I briefly mentioned how I wasn't going to talk about the playoffs. I was going to talk about it some other time, sometime later in the week. But honestly, I'll just do it now. Why not? Especially since Austin Dillon's the winner. I didn't think he'd actually have another shot at Richmond, but hey, worked out. Now, something I need to mention right now is that I wasn't able to. I missed like half this race actually because I was at a church event. Now, usually, actually, I haven't missed that. Actually, I do miss quite a few Xfinity races depending on church events that happen for me. It all depends because they have there's stuff I have to do there. So essentially, I come back home, and I think by the time I turn on TV, it's like it. I think what was it like 160 something laps to go, I think, and Austin Dillon is the leader. Okay, and I think actually when I turn it on, Bubba Wallace is in second. I don't know what happened to him at the end. I didn't really see all the results. I wasn't watching the whole way through either, but I did watch the final 20 laps. So seeing Austin Dillon race to the end. Now, for those who haven't been watching my Josh Lee Event Station episodes, I think I spent at least 3 or 4 episodes crapping on Austin Dillon in some way, shape, or form because it's just so easy to do, especially with I'm not even just Austin Dillon, Richard Childress Racing as a whole, pretty much. Though mainly Austin Dillon, because he's the punchline of this whole thing. At least Kyle Busch could legitimately win races in that car, even though he hasn't in almost 2 years now, but that's probably a story for another time. I'm not going to talk about him. Essentially, so let me think about this. Okay, so yeah, Austin Dillon. So yeah, like I said, I've crapped on him like at least 3 or 4 times in other Finn Station episodes. I'm not really going to do it here. At least I'm going to try not to because it's easy to crap on Austin Dillon. But yeah, I'll give him this. That was a legitimate win. That was actually the dude was actually like moving. He was leading laps, and nothing stupid happened near the end this time because last time it was just Stenhouse incompetence. But still, yeah, Austin Dillon was able to win this one. Legitimately, he won a bunch of laps, and honestly, and I think someone mentioned this in this Discord, in my Discord. Sorry, someone mentioned in my Discord how what was it, Mickey Mouse? He didn't say Mickey Mouse win. He said the guy said Mickey Mouse playoff spot. How this was the only race he's only good at like one race in a year. And well, the thing is, I think what was my response? I think I said that the crazy thing about this, I'll tell you guys too, like the crazy thing about this though, is that this is basically his most legitimate win in the Cup Series ever. Despite it being his 11th year and I still feel old. Yeah, it's a throwback to my short I made. But seriously, 11 years, man. He's been in the Cup Series for 11 straight years. I feel so old even though I'm only 23. But it's just crazy seeing him when he first started. And I didn't really know the expectations of him. I just knew like some of the backstory behind him and everything. Because I wasn't watching Xfinity Series at the time. So when I saw him in that 3 car, I was like, okay, so close with Dale in a sense. So I wouldn't, because I didn't know much. But yeah, it's crazy. How do I... Okay, so I'm trying to not go all the way back, but just think about his wins. So let's think. 2017 Coke 600 fuel mileage. I don't think that's too Mickey Mouse, but whatever. I'm just going by everyone else's logic. Daytona 500 2018. Well, it's Daytona. Things went crazy. You know how it goes. Texas 2020. Apparently that was pit strategy, fuel strategy thing. So people call that Mickey Mouse too. I didn't really see it that way, but whatever. I'll just take the word for it on that one. 2022 was that Daytona race, the last regular season race, 2022 at Daytona. Bunch of rain. I don't want to explain that one. But yeah, a bunch of rain. He got through. There was like 10 cars left, and well, all he had to beat was a bunch of back markers. And he got locked in. 2023 was garbage. 2024, stats-wise, is pretty much the same as 2023, straight garbage, except, he won the Richmond race under crazy circumstances. I still laugh every time I see him. I see a clip of him wiping out Logano like that. That was hilarious. Oh my, that's one of those things that just makes me laugh every single time I see it, which isn't many stuff. It all depends. That was funnier than it should have been. Especially when I was kind of rooting for it because I could not stand Joey. I did not want him to win. Which, by the way, Austin did deserve whatever happened, whatever NASCAR dished out at him, but I was still rooting for it because it's Joey Logano. Anyway, here we are now, and he won legitimately. He led a bunch of laps. I think he led a bunch of laps in last year's Richmond race too. Except, the stuff at the end is what ruined it for everyone who thought, that was one of Dillon's best races. So, Austin Dillon, this is basically his best win ever, and this is like his 5th win in the Cup Series. 4th, 5th. I lost count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Wait, 1. I'm just thinking in my brain, sorry. 1, 2, 2018. 3, 4, 5. This is his 6th win in the Cup Series. This was his best one by far, hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts. Now let's talk about the playoffs. I should keep this short because I think I want to save that for like playoff predictions, so I could properly look through the grid. Because I haven't properly looked at the playoff grid and how it's been going. I just know that SVG won 4 races, and I forgot he was a rookie too. I don't even know how, but it is what it is. What else do I talk about? Okay, so. The playoffs. So essentially, now that he's in the playoffs, I think there's like 2 spots left in terms of like guys who are like, getting in by points. And honestly, this goes to show how stupid the playoffs are. Because, well, I don't know. Especially when it's winning you're in, it's like. So I guess this goes to show. I know like people realize this already, but I feel the need to say it because it's me venting after all in a vent station episode. That like these guys, man, being consistent doesn't matter anymore. Consistently finishing well doesn't matter anymore. Especially when Austin Dillon, I know for sure he's outside top 25 in points coming into this race. There's no way. I know for sure he was outside top. I know it's been a while since I've actually checked the point standings, but I know for sure there's no way he got into the top 25 in points before winning tonight. Well, as a record, I don't know if it's going to come out. It's like midnight. But, like, I don't know. It's going to probably come out mid-Sunday. Not sure. But, essentially, it ticks me off that, I don't know. It just ticks me off because, and NASCAR doesn't see it. These guys are stubborn. Kyle Petty's stubborn. Larry McReynolds most certainly stubborn. Going on. Even if McReynolds wasn't really talking about Mark Martin, it's still insulting. Like, because, like, at the end of the day, it's, like, so much for being consistently good. Now, I know stuff happens in racing where some things are out of your control, but at the end of the day, it's, like, how often does that necessarily happen? It's not that isn't, like, stuff happening out of your control is not a consistent thing for a bunch of these drivers. Like, not everyone is Dean Thompson. Now, I'm not saying Dean Thompson lights the world on fire when he's not wrecking, but still. It's still unfortunate that Dean Thompson kept crashing in 2023 Truck Series season, and pretty much none of it was his fault. He's always been caught in everyone else's messes. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But the playoffs, man, like this race, if Harrison Burton, well, I actually never mind. I wanted Harrison Burton. I think I mentioned this about a year ago. I wanted Harrison Burton to make it far into the playoffs. I know that was a massive stretch because it's Wood Brothers in 2024, or even 2025 now, but yeah, like, I was really hoping that, like, Harrison Burton would expose the system. I mean, he already kind of did by winning and locking himself in, but still, because, like, my goodness, man, like, these playoffs, it's just getting stupid. It's getting stupid. Like, watch, who's bad right now? Cody Ware, I just realized Daytona, and Cody Ware has been able, and this is weird, Cody Ware has found a way to sneak into the top. He's been getting a few top 5 finishes at the plate tracks, and it's really, really concerning. And it's not because it's not because he's I'm not trying to knock Cody Ware much because I love to see him. I gotta mention this right quick. I think I grew to like Cody Ware mainly because I could somewhat relate to a story and like what he's kind of somewhat dealt with. It's not exactly the same, but I could relate to some of his struggles. I think that's what made me. That's what got me to like Cody Ware, especially throughout the 2022 season. And seeing what he's doing, like Rick Ware Racing, the team is garbage. I gotta mention that. Like they're just garbage. Backmarket team. It is what it is. Every series is gonna have it. It is what it is. But watch Cody Ware, especially when they have a charter. I know they have a charter. Watch Cody Ware win Daytona. I find it concerning that the past few plate races, he's been racking up top fives here and there. And it's not really the fact that it's Cody Ware. It's because that he can make the playoffs with that. He can make the playoffs with that. My goodness, if he stays out of trouble, like whatever happened in 2023, if that doesn't happen again and he somehow wins at Daytona, because we have one more Daytona race left. We got one more plate race before the playoffs start. So there's a good chance Cody Ware can make the playoffs. Okay? And it's not even just about Cody Ware, sorry, it's just about stats. Like Cody Ware, because, it's Rick Ware Racing, like there's never any sense of hope for the team to really do anything. They'll have some highlights here and there, especially with Justin Haley in 2024. That was amazing. But at least it's better than I thought it would be, given the circumstances. Because I think Haley was still 30th in the standings at the end. But anyway, the playoffs, man, it's just these. I don't know. It just goes to show you though. Like, I gotta mention this in my Discord as well. Like, I don't know if I should strike that kind of fear into my Discord of that kind of possibility of Cody Ware making the playoffs. That's probably a bad idea. They're already ticked off that Austin Dillon is wasting a playoff spot, so I don't know why I should entertain the idea of Cody Ware. Then again, Cody Ware stays out of trouble in terms of like just on track stuff. Kind of like people tend to meme Cody Ware. He's one of those backmarkers that people kind of make fun of or have a fun at kind of thing. I don't know. Like he's not somewhat. He doesn't seem like a backmarker that people just want to like just go away or whatever. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that just goes to show, man. Dillon making the playoffs. Who knows if he's gonna make it far this time? Austin Dillon's year. He's probably not top 25 in points before that win, but like it's probably not it's still not a good year. But this one just doesn't feel memorable in terms of just how bad it was. 2023 was the ultimate garbage year for Austin Dillon. 2024 is slightly better, even without the win. And then, what else? I'm not even sure what else, but my goodness. And SVG, I'm back on this, I guess, but I'll still save it for the playoff predictions. SVG with 4 wins, and he's a rookie. He's a rookie, so I don't know. He can still wheel the Gen 7 car, and he's all right. And like I said in my Watkins Glen Vince Station episode, he's not the worst at ovals because we've seen what he could do in Xfinity. He's actually all right. But Gen 7s in the ovals, he can't seem to figure it out at all. I don't know. Either that or the level of talent. I don't know. It's either one or the other. Because it's really interesting when you look at it. And, well, yeah, SVG, like I don't know. I want to see him go far. He's already, stats-wise, he already won more cup races than Marcus Ambrose. Like, my goodness, what? That's crazy, but I don't know. But then again, Marcus Ambrose was still a solid oval racer. So when you really think about overall stats, I still feel like Marcus, like all around Marcus was better. Then again, it's like 2 different cars, it's kind of hard to really determine that. But it's just when it comes to adaptability and everything. Actually, not only that, Marcus Ambrose had it harder because the car was nothing like, because think about it, the COT was nothing like supercars. What helped SVG in this era was that, well, the Gen 7 car is basically very similar to the V8 supercars. So I think that's what help SVG here. Marcus Ambrose basically had to figure out a new car, in a sense. Basically a whole new car. So, there's that at least. But, yeah, like, this series, man, it's just... I don't know. It's just... These playoffs, I know I'm starting to drag it on, but my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. The playoffs are going to be quite interesting this year, to say the least. So, I'm still looking forward to it, just to see how stupid it could get. At this point, I watch NASCAR with my brain turned off. You kind of have to try and make sense of a lot of stuff NASCAR decides on and everything. But just wait and see. I'll do full-blown playoff predictions, everything in one go. Actually, should I do it per round again? Now I'll do it in one go, but if I fail, I'll re-rack every round. That's something I'll do. Just keep it interesting. Just see how much I get right and wrong. But yeah, not much else to say. So this was still longer than I thought it would be of an episode, but hey, hope you guys still enjoyed it. So yeah, not much to say. That is about it.